Hi ladies, it's Cathy. So you fixed the pants and you've dumped the frumpy tops, but you're still looking older than you feel. Why? Because some of the biggest style mistakes that women over 50 make aren't just about the clothes. It's the head to toe details we're all ignoring. And today we're fixing 12 of them, from the shoes on your feet to the makeup on your face, so you can stop looking frumpy and start looking like yourself again, and most importantly, feel confident. This video matters because it's not just about the clothes. We're covering head to toe style upgrades that work perfectly for spring. Everything that I show you will be linked and listed both in the description box and in the pinned comment. And I am now using ShopMy, which is easier for both you and I. No app to download. You just click on the link and it takes you automatically to the item. So let's talk about clothing mistakes. Mistake number 1 is wearing dark, flat colors. Why is it a mistake? Because wearing black can really age us or wash us out. I still wear black. I like how I look in black. I'm not going to stop wearing black because I don't think that it ages me, and you might feel that way as well. But something that we can do to help give a little life or make us look a little refreshed is maybe between like our black top and our face, we could wear like a colorful scarf or some colorful jewelry or a nice pop of color on our lips or our cheeks. So the fix is, if you still want to wear dark colors, just add some pops of color for spring. Mistake number 2 is wearing baggy layers to hide your belly. Oversized anything adds bulk regardless of your body shape and size. You will actually look slimmer if you wear clothing that is true to size and gently just skims over your curves. Slightly structured layers can create a waistline. Also, high-waisted trousers or mid-rise trousers, if you have a short torso, can help to keep things in place and smooth everything out. And I'm going to link to some of my favorite high-waisted pants in the pinned comment and in the description box if you want to check them out. Mistake number 3 is a big one, and that is wearing heavy, dark shoes. That's okay for in the fall and winter, but we want to lighten things up for spring. Chunky shoes can drag our look down, so instead, look for sleek flats, some low heels, or some stylish sneakers. And a bonus point, try to match your shoe color to your skin tone, because that's just going to make you look taller, longer, and leaner, and it's going to elongate your leg. And also, look for almond-shaped toes or pointy toes, because that is also a slimming trick. If you wear round toe shoes, they tend to make your foot look bigger and can actually make you look shorter. Some of my favorite shoes are from Vivaya. I like Bionic and I like On Cloud for running shoes, and I will link to some of my favorite ones below. Mistake number 4 is ignoring the proper fit of layers. So we don't want bumps from shapeless tanks or tees ruining our clothing because we don't want to see the lines underneath them. So what's the fix? Lightweight fitted layer pieces. You might want to try a fitted cami and smoothing layers. I like tanks by both Honeylove and Spanx. The one that I like from Honeylove, it has a built-in bra. So lots of times I will wear it. I own it in white, but it's also available in other colors. And I like wearing it as my bra. So I just wear the tank because it has the built-in bra. And then I will put on like this cashmere quince hoodie, or you could wear like a blazer or anything. If you just want like a light layer underneath with support, it is my go-to. Mistake number 5. Low-rise pants and incorrect waistline. These do not work for us because they draw attention to your tummy if you have one, and it really can create an unbalanced silhouette. So the fix is opt for mid-rise or high-rise bottoms, so skirts, trousers, shorts, what have you. That's much more slimming, and also if you tend to tuck in your top, if you're wearing a high rise, it just makes your body look like it's in proportion. Another mistake that we can sometimes make is wearing too many outdated prints. So stay away from mixing old florals and plaids because they can be aging and they can overwhelm you. So what is the fix? Choose one print per outfit or choose a modern print with solids. Or if you can get like a nice dress that has like a nice geometric print, that is also very slimming and very youthful looking. There's absolutely nothing wrong with getting older, but we don't have to look old. We can look refreshed and youthful, and that's the look that I'm going for. Stick with me, because mistake number 7 is secretly making your skin look 10 years older. And it's the easiest mistake that we can fix. And if you think you don't need it because you don't wear makeup, stay with me, because this one invisible detail is actually what is aging your skin the most. Now we're going to talk about grooming and beauty mistakes that can make us look older than what we are. Mistake number 7 is neglecting fresh makeup. Heavy, outdated makeup ages your face. So instead, wear a tinted moisturizer or a tinted sunscreen just to even out your complexion and to hide any discoloration or redness that seems to get worse as we age. I know that I have mild rosacea. I do tend to have red cheeks, so most days I will wear a tinted moisturizer or a tinted sunscreen. You don't have to wear a lot of makeup, because actually less is more as we age. So, even out your complexion, put on some mascara, a nice lip gloss, just a tiny little bit of color on your cheeks for blush, and don't forget to do your eyebrows, and you will look like $1,000,000, and you're just going to look so refreshed and youthful looking. This one is a big one, and I'm talking about not exfoliating, whether it be your face or your whole body. Dull skin and dry patches can really age us. So what is the fix? You want to do a gentle face and body exfoliation. On my face every night, I do a gentle exfoliation in the shower using this product by Neutrogena, and it is their Hydro Boost. It's just a gentle scrub. There's none of those plastic microbeads in it, but it just takes off any, dead cells of skin that are just on the surface. Because once we get rid of that layer that's on the surface of our skin, then you're going to have the new healthy glowing skin, and it's just so easy to exfoliate. Another thing you can do to exfoliate your face is shave it. Get some of those little razors on Amazon and get rid of your peach fuzz. You will not grow a beard or a mustache. That's just an old tale. It's actually going to help your makeup to look better on your face, because it's not going to be sitting on your hair or any dead patches of skin, but also it will help your skincare to really get absorbed into your skin, and then it can do its job properly, which is to make your cell turnover go quicker, because it slows down as we age. So that's going to make your skin glow, because the new skin cells are coming to the surface, and you're just going to look alive and youthful. And who doesn't want to look alive and youthful? And don't forget about the rest of your body. Our skin is our biggest organ, and sometimes we forget to take care of it. So, maybe once a week, do an exfoliation of your body. Get somebody to put some exfoliation on your back, hop in the shower, rinse it off. It feels so good, because you can actually feel your skin getting refreshed. And also then you put some moisturizer on, and it's just like your body sucks the moisturizer in and your skin is left feeling really soft. You don't have to invest in a lot of expensive exfoliators. I will link to some of my favorite drugstore ones. I tried a lot of different ones throughout the years, and I am a huge believer in exfoliating. Sometimes I fail on exfoliating the rest of my body, but I never forget to exfoliate my skin. Mistake number 9 is sometimes we forget to look down, and we forget about how our feet can be aging us. So whenever we're wearing our sandals, going barefoot, or wearing open-toe shoes, and we forget to take care of our feet, that can really, be telling and tell our age. Because maybe we need a pedicure. You want to slough off any dead skin. Again, moisturize your feet. I don't know about you, but as I've gotten older, I find that my feet are always dry. It's so strange. So most nights, if I think of it, if I'm not too tired, I'll put on some nice moisturizer before I get into bed. You could also put I've heard people do like olive oil on their feet, then put like plastic bags over them, then wear a pair of socks, take them off in the morning, and your feet, should be nice and soft. But a word of caution, be very careful, because you're going to be slipping and sliding. So make sure that, you have some slippers or shoes or something on your feet until you can rinse it off and get rid of that stuff. But that's just another trick that, you know, some people have told me that they do. I personally haven't done that. But you don't have to go out and pay somebody to do a pedicure. You can buy the supplies on Amazon. Just file the dead skin off your feet, you know, do some exfoliation, and then put some nice moisturizer on. This can become like a ritual time out of the week where you can just like be with yourself, be with your thoughts, and just take care of yourself and just kind of, you know, forget about what's going on around us and just have some you time. If you're enjoying my video and you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you joined our family here at Cathy Over 50. I upload videos twice a week, Sundays and Thursdays, and it's absolutely free to subscribe. So go ahead, click that button, and please share my videos with your friends. I really want to get my silver YouTube button before my birthday in June, and I'm getting so close to 100,000. So if you would help me out, I would really appreciate that, and I would be very, very thankful. Thank you. So you also might be making some accessory mistakes. And accessories are one of the things that I need to work on because I really forget about it, and this is where I need to start to do a better job. So the first thing that I have, and something that I never forget though, are sunglasses. Sunglasses are very, very important for several reasons. The obvious one, they protect your eyes from the sun. I'm 57. I had cataract surgery 2 years ago. Couldn't believe I had cataracts at age 56. Had to have surgery, and my cataracts were caused by the sun. The sun does cause cataracts, and they just do, and it's really important to protect your eyes. So buy yourself a good pair of sunglasses. Get polarized ones. Once you try polarized, you will never ever want to go back to just regular sunglasses. So oversized or outdated frames from the 70s or the 80s can make us look a little older. So, you know, update them. Find the shape that works best for you. I'm not an expert on shapes of faces and what glasses work, but I do know that for myself, I always tend to go with a rectangle shape because I have a round face. You would have to do like a search on Google and find out what shape works best for your face shape and size. I wear Ray-Bans most of the time, but sometimes I'll put on an occasional oversized sunglasses, like these Gucci ones. They're not my favorite. I always seem to go back to the Ray-Bans. So you got to find one that works for you. And I always get my prescription put in my sunglasses. I don't need prescription anymore for distance, but I still need it for reading. So it's handy if I'm outside and I need to look at my phone, or if I'm reading a book, I can just wear my sunglasses and read, and I don't have to fuss with an extra pair of reading glasses. Also, color really matters. I tend to stay away from black, although my Gucci ones are black. But for the most part, I will wear like brown or tortoise color. I also like blue, but that's more for like my reading glasses. But sometimes like black glasses can also be harsh on us because we tend to like get pale as we age. But just have some fun, and you know, you'll know which one works for you when you try them on and you look at yourself and you say, wow, I like this. If you got to talk yourself into it, it's not meant for you. Just wait and something better will come along eventually that is meant for you. So modern frames complement face shapes, and it's really important to protect your eyes, like I said. But sometimes if you're a little shy or you're lacking confidence, sometimes hiding behind a pair of sunglasses can give you like fake confidence, and then you can fake it till you make it. I know sometimes like I'll walk into a situation where I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. Maybe it's a room full of people that I don't know. Or, well, I guess I wouldn't be walking into a room with my sunglasses on, but you know what I mean. If you're at an outdoor party or something, you just have these big glasses on. I just feel that sometimes it can act as like a security blanket and just give me a boost of confidence. Have you ever had that situation? Let us know in the comments. Mistake number 11 is over-accessorizing or having mismatched jewelry. So too many pieces, and I'm thinking like Mrs. Roper from Three's Company. You remember that show? I loved that character, but sometimes she wore like way too many necklaces all at once. That can be kind of aging. So what is in today is just a minimalistic style, you know, just something very delicate, something very simple. So cluttered jewelry is kind of aging, and just going with delicate things can be a little more youthful looking. Although if you want to wear like a nice statement necklace like this one that I have from Dean Davidson and I love it, I just wear it by itself. Like I'll wear earrings, but for the necklace I just wear the one piece, because I think if I wore it with this, I just don't like how I feel or look when I'm wearing it. So always go by, how does it make you feel? That's really important to remember. These are all just tips. It's not like written in stone. At the end of the day, you know what works best for you. But these tips are sometimes things like, oh, I forgot about that. I like to do these videos because it's a reminder sometimes. And I'm like, oh, wow, I'm guilty of making that mistake. Maybe I should try doing it this way. It might look better on me. And 9 times out of 10, it does. So, it's good to try new things, but at the end of the day, you know what you like and wear what works the best for you. And this one is a big one, and I'm talking about neglecting lightweight spring outerwear. So skipping jackets and trenches can really leave a nice outfit looking flat. So the fix is wear a well-cut blazer. I love this one from Spanx. It's tapered in. It is so slimming. You can see that it really can create an hourglass shape. And it's one of those types of pieces that you can wear it with jeans. You can wear it with dress pants. It's going to be a workhorse. You could even wear it with shorts. I think this would look so, so nice with, some nice black or navy shorts. The blazer is black, but they also have a gray one, and maybe they'll come out with navy, which I think would be nice for the spring and summer. Navy and white is always a nice look. Or if you like a denim jacket or this trench coat that I love, I just picked up from Athleta. I like that it's a little bit of a longer length, but it has a drawstring waist that cinches me in and really gives me a nice hourglass shape. So everything that I talked about today will be linked in my Shop My storefront. You just have to follow the link beside each item and it will open up and give you all the information that you're looking for. So that's it, ladies. Those are my 12 spring style mistakes that women over 50 sometimes make that can age us. And like I said, maybe pick 1 or 2, work on them, and see if you feel more youthful and refreshed. Be sure to follow me if you aren't. And thanks so much for tuning in today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.